What's up, War Report family? It is Friday. New Mexico State is tomorrow, but it's Facts or Nah Friday right now. Let's drop it on them.
You are now listening to the War Report. Drop.
What's up, and good morning, War Report family. It's your boy Mike G here with my guy B Will. It's Facts or Nah Friday. And we're gonna take some questions from Twitter. And if you are watching this morning, drop your Facts or Nah questions in the chat. We're gonna get to those after the break. Before we get to it, let's get to some housekeeping real quick here. Guys, you guys know what to do. Share the video using @TheWarReport and hashtag Get Your Weight Up on social media. Also, like and subscribe on YouTube. This helps us in the algorithm so we can continue to grow our community. At us at the War Report on Twitter and Instagram, TW Report on TikTok. As always, this segment is brought to you by the Rogue Shop, rogueshop.com for all your Rogue Shop needs, pain, stress, sleep. They got whatever ails you, they got it at the Rogue Shop. Check them out, rogueshop.com to get 15% off that order. Use code REPORT. Tell them the War Report sent you. B, before we get into it, man, New Mexico State tomorrow. How you feeling? How you feeling?
Confident, not worried. Not worried at all. I want us to show out. I want to see a lot of points. Defense shutting down, getting at least 2 turnovers. Yeah, man, just for the first time in a long time, probably all season, because even when we did play a very easy opponent in Mississippi State and Vanderbilt, we had looked so bad on offense the weeks prior that I was like, I don't know what we're going to do. But for the first time in a very long time, feeling good. Not too worried.
Okay. All right. Well, look, I am feeling. I know Auburn will win, but I'm a tiny bit nervous for how it might look.
Right.
And I think that is kind of the key here for Auburn. How will it look? Are they able to carry over, what they did prior? And is it gonna look smooth? Is it gonna look cohesive? And do you have the backups in the game by the third quarter? I want to see some Holden Geriner out there throwing the ball here before Auburn plays Alabama. Because you know what? Weirdly enough, you remember a couple years ago, TJ got hurt.
Yeah, well, that was last year.
Yeah, and they had nobody to go to.
Well, yeah, 2021, he actually got hurt in the Iron Bowl. I know.
They had nobody to go. They would not go to Demetrius Davis.
Right.
And I would just hope that maybe you get Holden a little time in case of emergency. You can break the glass and grab your Holden. You know what I mean? So he's not having to come in completely. Yeah, right. Yeah, so you hope that happens. Anyway, that's what we hope happens there. I think it'll be funny.
Goodness.
Oh my goodness. Let's get to some Facts and All questions here. Again, this is brought to you by rogueshop.com. We appreciate them for sponsoring this segment. Rogueshop.com. Let me get this off here. All right. Gregory says Jeremiah Cobb rushes for over 100 yards. Facts or no?
Ooh, it's not that he can't do this. I think, of course, he could do it, but I don't think he's going to get enough shots at it because they're going to be spreading the ball around so much. Brian Batty's got to get a bite of that apple, as does Damari Alston now that he's been getting back healthy. I think too many snaps spread around too many ways for just Cobb to go over 100. So I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say no on this one. You know what? I'm gonna say no on this one as well too.
Okay,
I think they try to feed Damari Alston. He worked hard to get back. Love the young man, I do. But you're right. I think the division of snaps is going to be too great for him to go over 100 yards. I mean, maybe he busts a couple of 50-yarders. That's possible.
Right.
Yeah,
it's definitely possible against this defense. It is.
Yeah, maybe he averages 35 yards a carry. 5 carries over 100 yards. We'll see. Jeremiah Cobb has been such a revelation, I think, for the future of Auburn football's run game. Not only running the ball, but catching the ball as well too. So
Yeah.
Appreciate this question, Greg. Let's see here. Hey, you Ken at Ken Outspo on Twitter says hashtag facts or all. Jarquez rushes for over 255 to get to over 1,000 yards for the season. She wants to know if they do it tomorrow.
I don't think it's going to be tomorrow for the same reason, and that's because they're going to be spreading these snaps around too much. I think you get Jarquez to his 100, get him to the century mark, get him out. He can get that in very few drives. I think maybe 3-4 drives he could get to that if he wanted to. So, yeah, I don't see 255. That's so many yards for one game. I wouldn't even want to put that many carries on him because it's not. I mean, yeah, he could go for big runs every time he touches the ball, but you got to be in there for a few drives because if he's moving it like that, then we're going to be up 21-28 nothing, and no other back is going to get snaps. Nah, you got to give the whole room some work. So I'm going to say nah.
Yeah, I'm going facts on this one, baby. Jarquez Hunter has the longest run in Auburn history. I think he logs the second longest run in Auburn history, gets a bunch of it in one chunk, finishes it out tomorrow, 256 on the ground. Jarquez Hunter does it. I'm full bug on this one, man. He's going to get to 1,000 yards, right? We know he's going to get to 1,000 yards because they're going to get a bowl game. So he's going to get to 1,000 yards. Will he do it tomorrow? I say yes. B says no. You all should say yes because it's Friday. Corey Purdue says, hashtag facts or not, Auburn is able to pull most of the starters by halfway through the third and keep some important guys fresh for the Iron Bowl.
I hope so.
They didn't do it for Sanford.
They didn't, but we still needed so much work for Sanford. That's the problem. The score was up, but it wasn't really. We still weren't doing what the coaching staff wanted us to do and execute. The score was just up. I think now we're at a position where we can finally fine-tune what we've been doing, do more of what the coaches want us to do. I'm sure this is how Hugh Freeze imagined his offense looking when he got here and when he recruited Peyton Thorne and these other players that have come in and contributed. Not how it looked at the Sanford in that part of the season. So I'm going to say facts. This should be a mauling. All right. We should tear them to pieces, and it should be evident fairly early in the second half that this is over. I'm saying facts. We get some key backups in so we can get keep other guys fresh for the Iron Bowl.
Yeah, I'm going to go facts on this one too, because you do not want to hear the legendary rant I will go on if the starters are still in the game late in the third quarter. It's going to be a repeat of something we saw earlier this season, and I can't see it happening. I can't see it happening at this point. I think they've established the run. I think they'll control the clock, and I think they'll score some points here. I think also that the defense is going to give the offense some short fields to work with. I expect them to get a pick six in this one. Yeah, I'm going facts. I think they handle business and get on out of there by the third quarter. Kalen Will says, I got two. Holden throws it 5 times, and we throw for 230 yards. Facts or no?
I say facts. Holden throws it 5, and facts as a team, we throw it over 230 yards. Yes, I say facts on both of those.
Yeah. Oh. I want the first one to be facts. Hugh Freeze's explanation for why they didn't throw it with Holden was just simply that they didn't throw it with Holden. So,
the game was over at that point. That's the biggest part, right?
Yeah, they were up big. There was no reason to not let them throw it, right?
But it could have been seen as poor sportsmanship to be launching the ball downfield.
Oh man!
I'm just telling you, man. He specifically cited that in the post. He was like, we could have. He said he thought there were more points to get, but you didn't want to rub their face in it. So.
You play the game, man. Listen, if you get in a game, if you get in a college football game, you deserve to be able to play without having to worry about the other team's feelings. I'm gonna go facts on this one again, but man, I'm telling you, if it looks like it did last game. Yeah, he could use that same reasoning this game.
He could, but early third quarter, or let's say midway through the third, plus we're paying you guys. All right, you're getting paid for this butt whooping that you're getting. You're getting paid to get embarrassed. Arkansas, a rival opponent, nobody's getting paid. It's just a competition, and we won it at that point. Midway through the fourth quarter, take the foot off the gas. I get it. I'm not saying I would do it, but I get it. This case, we're paying you to embarrass you. You're not embarrassed. We're not. This is not showmanship. This is exercise. We need it. Yes.
All right. I'm going facts then. You talked me into it. Facts.
There we go. All right. Come on.
All right. And yes, facts on 230 yards. Again, you don't want to hear what I'm going to have to say after this one if they can't throw for 230 in this one.
Yeah.
Next question, a bonus facts or now. With Texas A&M and Florida recruiting class imploding, Auburn will benefit and end up with a top 10 recruiting class this year.
I think facts, but I thought it was going to be facts anyway. Now, I'm not sure why Waller was able to be flipped. We, of course, may be in the offing for another flip here or two, depending on how things go with wide receiver. But I don't think it's necessarily because Florida is breaking down. I think we might have had a chance to flip these guys anyway. Waller's actually from Mississippi, who is closer to Auburn than Florida is. And Hugh Freeze is the Mississippi guy. Like him and Coach Garrett, they've got roots in Mississippi. I think they were going to keep working on him regardless. I can't say for sure that a better season wouldn't have kept him in Florida's class, but I'm with you. I do think we get a top 10 recruiting class. That's facts. I don't know if it's because I think Coleman coming, if it's possible, would definitely be because Texas A&M's falling apart. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just like I wished for before the season started. All praises to.
I'm going now on this one. I think they border on top 10. It's going to be, I think it'll be tough because other teams will be doing work as well too. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But right now, as they currently sit, it would be a huge jump into the top 10. That will require movement from Auburn, but also no movement from a lot of people in front of them. You can still have a good class. You can still have a class outside the top 10 and have a good class. So I'm going on this one, but I'm still bugging on this recruiting class. That is it for our Facts or No from our audience. We appreciate you guys for jumping in there and giving us questions here on Facts or No Friday. Listen, guys, this segment is brought to you in part by Manscaped. Manscaped has the new Lawnmower 5.0. They also have the Handyman trimmer. We use all that stuff here at the War Report. Our friends over at Manscaped have been working night and day to bring you below the waist grooming experience like none other with their brand new Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. We're talking about next generation trimmer with interchangeable blade heads for whatever shave your mind can imagine. Upgrade your grooming game to the Ultra Sphere this year by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with code RAPPORT. High tech for low places. Manscaped. Beat. Yes, let's get to some questions here in the comments. Thanks to everybody for joining this segment here this Friday. Myself, B. Will, at the War Report. Let's see what we got here. Charles Allen says, facts or no, all three QBs will get playing time in the game on Saturday.
Facts. I'm not saying it will be significant playing time.
Yeah.
But all three will play.
Yeah.
Facts.
One play is playing time. So, yes, I'm going facts on this one. I think that all three QBs will get playing time on Saturday. Be telling if they didn't. Dre Jones says, facts or no, how many 5-star recruits will end up at Auburn in the 2024 class? Okay, this isn't really a facts or no, but they got 2 on the books right now, right? Is it 2?
Perry's this is a 5-star. I think
depending on what service you're looking at.
Yeah. The other, who's the middle linebacker we got? Riddick. He is a consensus, a composite, which means is he's so high that everybody agrees he's really good, but he's not technically a 5-star. It depends on how you're looking at this. I think we end up with 4 total.
Okay.
At least 4. So I'm going to say either, no matter who's grading it, I think we end up with 4. So I'm going to say facts.
Okay. Yeah. Over under 3. No. I think they stick with. I think they stick at 2. I mean, obviously they get Cam Coleman, that will bolster this some, but I'm gonna go with no on this one. Right. Daniel Owens says facts or no, Auburn scores points in all 3 facets of the game. So offense, defense, special teams.
That's easy. Well, no, defense would be the toughest one because special teams, all you got to do is kick a field goal.
I've already called for a pick six, so I'm going facts on this one. I think they do score in all 3 facets of the game.
I'm going to say facts. Why not? Why not? Yes. Yeah, let's do it.
You're going facts on this one? All right. He's saying so wait. On defense, how's it happening on defense?
Could be a scoop and score. Could be a pick six.
I know it could be. What's it gonna be?
I don't know, Michael. I mean, if I knew the future, I would have the lottery numbers. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I just believe it's gonna happen.
Come on, bro. You got to do it.
I think pick six. I'm gonna say pick six is most likely. I think that's the easiest way.
Okay, fair enough. Lisa Watts says facts and all. Holden throws at least 5 passes Saturday.
We already had that one as part of the other one. I say facts.
Yeah.
I think Holden gets some good work in the third quarter this week.
Yep. Facts there. Chris Dixon says facts or no. We see Holden before Ashford.
Last game we did see Robbie first, but we didn't see much after that throw he made, that interception, and then that was it.
I'm gonna go nah. I'm gonna go nah because I think that he gets like some kind of package play randomly throughout the game, right? Like that's, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it'll bring Holden in more toward the end.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm gonna say no on that for the same reason.
No, we'll see. Is Spunky? Spooky says facts or no, Auburn defenders get called for an iffy targeting in the second half and will have to sit out the first half of the Iron Bowl. This is very imaginative. Facts or no here.
See, that's why we need the backups in, so we don't have to lose any starters to a shaky penalty or something like that. Yeah, so I'm gonna say nah. We don't get called for targeting the second half. We're gonna keep all our guys in check. We're gonna keep all of our backups on the field for the second half of the majority of it, so we can lower that risk. I'm gonna say nah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say nah. Yeah, no targetings. Ron Roberts' defense they played a pretty clean season. Like when you think about whether do any defensive penalties frustrating defensive penalties stand out when you think about this defense. There's not been a lot of PIs, right? Like I don't know, they've just kind of played really, really good ball on that side. So I'm gonna go nah. I don't think we haven't seen. Do they have a targeting call this year? I don't think they have a targeting call this year. It would be the first. It would be the first. Yeah, this would be a hit job.
Have any targeting?
I don't think we have a single targeting call this year. So I think this would be a first. Michael Carlisle says hashtag facts or no. Auburn scores 4 TDs in the first half. 28 points.
I say facts. That's easy facts for me. Easy. They shouldn't be able to do anything. We should be able to dominate clock. They really shouldn't be able to stop us running the ball at the very least. We should be able to get whatever we want in this game. I think 28's conservative, 35 to 38 is more in line with what I would expect. First half of this game.
I'm going nah. I think they get about 21 to 24 points.
Boo, Mike.
No. And
boo.
They're still going to score a lot in the second half. I think it's more even. Jacob Vaughn says facts or no, if Auburn pulls away, they will bring out Holden in the second half and no Robbie.
More in line with what we were saying. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Robbie's going to get some snaps. I just don't know if they're going to be significant snaps.
Yeah, I'm going to go no on this one as well too. Can't see it happening. Jordan Martin says facts or no, Robbie doesn't get any snaps, period.
So nah, that's a no on that. He's going to get some snaps. If we have to go past the starter, Robbie's going to get snaps as well.
Yeah. P-Pass says facts or no, Taylor Davis works the game for SEC Network. Need the winning streak to keep going.
Taylor Davis. Who's Taylor Davis?
She's an Auburn alum. She does the Believe podcast with Jason Campbell.
Yeah. Because I've heard that. Okay. I have no idea. Has she been working the afternoon games?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Listen, if it's good luck to Auburn, I'm gonna say facts. Why not? Taylor works it.
Yeah.
It happens. Jordan Martin says facts or no, Peyton Thorne throws another pick. We kind of talked. We talked about this earlier this week.
Yeah, a little on Wednesday. The numbers would suggest in both his good games and bad games, he's going to throw. Well, no, the worst games he's played, he has not thrown a pick. But now that he's opened it up more and he feels a little more freewheeling, he is throwing picks. So he's not going to play a whole game. Maybe that affects us a little bit.
Yeah.
Limited snaps. We could definitely just dominate on the ground and get out of there. But
yeah.
I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say nah. I'm gonna say nah. He doesn't throw a pick. Fewer attempts. That keeps it down, keeps the risk down.
I'm gonna go facts here. The picks that only because the picks that he's thrown, a lot of them have been like inexplicable, like you know what I mean? It wasn't like a DB made like some great play on the ball. It was just like, yo, why did you throw that? So
yeah,
I think the why did you do that streak continues. Jacob Vaughn says, facts and all, Alex McPherson makes 2 30+ yard field goals in this game.
30+, that means we got into the red zone and stalled out, or we didn't quite get to the red zone when we're driving. I'm going to say wait, because we're gonna have backup quarterbacks in here. That's a high possibility that everything won't just be clicking when we got our backups in. So I'm gonna say facts. He gets a shot at 2 30+, and he gets them.
All right. I'm gonna go facts on this one as well too, man. I mean, of all the things I was wrong about this season, was wrong about Alex McPherson. Not only has he been doing well, he is a Groza finalist, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, you cannot argue with that. Jacob Vaughn says, facts or not, Auburn gets a block punt for the first time this season. No block punts.
No block punts. That's true. They should be punting a lot. We should be getting them off the field or turning them over.
Yeah, I'm going to go now on this one.
I'm going to go facts. I'm going to say facts.
Block
again,
okay.
Why not?
Why not? Brian says, Lisa Watts says, facts or not, New Mexico State does not score TD. No TDs. She said no TDs.
I think they get a TD, but it's because they are going to be going against some second and possibly even third string players late in the game. And I think they find the end zone late for that reason. So I'm going to say nah.
Yeah, I would say nah on this one. The defenses play good, but if they can hold New Mexico State to 14 points or less on offense, this will be the 7th game this season that they will have done so. Held an opponent's offense to 2 scores or less, which is an incredible stat. They have played so well this season. So we appreciate the job Ron Roberts has done there, guys. That's it for another Facts and All Friday. It's your boy Mike G here with my guy B Will. Guys, share this video at the War Report. # get your weight up on social media. Like and subscribe. Help us out in the algorithm so we can continue to grow our community. Add us at the War Report on Twitter and Instagram. TW Report on TikTok. As always, this segment is brought to you in part by RogueShop.com. Use code REPORT to get 15% off that Rogue Shop order. RogueShop.com. Sleep, stress, pain, anxiety. The Rogue Shop has you covered. Lots of great products there at the Rogue Shop. Candles, just things that will help you relax and improve your quality of life. RogueShop.com. Again, use code REPORT to get 15% off that order. We'll be back at you guys tomorrow, game day. Check us out on the game day if you're a member of the channel. We appreciate everybody for joining us. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Auburn versus New Mexico State. Signing off, as always, War Eagle.
War Eagle.